So today what we're going to demonstrate to you is some borosilicate vessels. Now obviously I used to think they were like Greek wine urns or Greek wine jugs. If we get official, I think we've got to call them Amphoras. So bear with me on this one. This is one I made earlier. So this is just a teal colour, so it's teal borosilicate, around about 22-24mm, 1.8 wall. We're going to use the mid-range and the minor on the top, and we're going to use 2 oxycons. So a little bit of blowing, a little bit of reaming, and then a little bit of solid work for the 2 handles, and then we'll finish it off at the bottom. So let's get the torch lit. As I said, we're on the mid-range and minor, so it's the mid-range plus. We've got a couple of oxycons running, a couple of 5 litres. I'm just going to pull a point, so I want it to be around about 5 inches diameter, 5 inches long, the point. And this is a purple lilac. So we've had a massive delivery of tubing and rod. We've now got loads and loads of new sizes, starting from 12mm diameters, going right through to 40mm, I think, 44mm on some of the bigger ones. So pull that point there, and then I've got. So what we've got here is the point around about 4–4.5 inches long. I've got the open end of the point in my right hand, and we're going to blow about 2/3 of this point up and form the vessel. So go a little bit softer in the flame. Remember, it's only 1.8mm diameter, 1.8mm wall. So if you feel that you're losing control of it, you can always go higher in the flame or go for a softer flame. So I'm just going to heat it all the way along, as I said, 2.5–3 inches, and then let the glass start melting together. Just sort of pulling it in a little bit. You might need to give it a push just to start it off. As soon as you feel like you're losing control, out of the flame. If you're in control of it, it's brilliant. And then just a gentle little puff out. So not exactly round, but that's perfect to begin. Bit of a bushier flame again. Higher up in the flame this time, because I want less power, but I want more broader heating. And again, heating the whole of this bulb, rotating it around all the time. And we'll go for a little bit of a pear shape this time, hopefully. Just stretch it out. So we're getting the shape that I want now. And then going down to the minor, it's a little bit quieter, so I don't need to shout so much. I'm going to take this point off because this is going to get in the way. So just heat the tip of the point and then pull it away on the shoulder. So then I'm going to put the 2 handles on. So starting from the neck and then going to the body. The reason I pulled this point away is going to get in the way, but also with the open end in my left hand now, as I heat the body it'll start shrinking. I can puff it back out again and keep the wall thickness quite neat. So I'll go a little bit stronger, and I'm using 6mm boro rod for the handles. Using tweezers to clean the edge off. So I've got a large reamer which is around 20mm diameter as well, and I've got the smaller reamer in case I need it. So heating the wall just till it goes amber, and then push the rod in, and then just check you've got it nice and straight. And I'm going to do about 1.5 inches of glass on these handles. So just start to heat the rod, and then I'm going to pull this away, leaving a nice finish. And then get rid of the end of this again. And heat the rod tip. You want really good seals. You don't want any lumps of glass or anything like that. This has to be joined in really nicely and smoothly. And again, heat the wall of what will be the neck of the vessel. And just check looking down to make sure it's square to the vessel. And again, 1.5 inches along. And we'll set this off. Touch up. And so we've got a smaller reamer again, which is 15mm reamer, and just going to a much softer flame on the miner. I'm just going to start heating the whole of the rod and just persuading it to gravity will bring it over, but just persuade it to start to bend over as well. Try and keep the same wall thickness. Just check every now and again looking square on, and then do the second one. And you'll see I haven't gone and touched it to the wall of the vessel at the moment because I've got plans for this. So going down a little bit of stronger flame. So I'm going to heat the tip of the rod, get it nice and glowing hot, and then go back to the shoulder, and then just pop it back in and get it to touch onto the vessel. And then as I heat the wall of the vessel, it'll start to shrink in, but I need the clear glass to be melting into the side of the vessel. So as the wall melts, I can just gently persuade it back out again. What I can't have is a very bad joint. It's got to be a good joint. And then a little bit of bushy flame again. You can just check the roundness, get some nice smooth finish on the arm. And then again, back to this one. Heat the bottom where you'll be joining onto the vessel, then onto the shoulder. Keep it nice and hot. And it'll just drop into the vessel. Reduce again down to a pinpoint flame if you can, just to get the flame on the clear glass arm. And just keep checking that the wall of the vessel isn't shrinking in too much. So you need to persuade it to come back out again. Just keep puffing and blowing. And then when you're happy with the seal, just start to, again, check the roundness of the handle, just with the smaller of the two reamers. And you can always correct the straightness as well at the same time. Give it just a warming over. And then we need to open up this top so that we have this neck again. So a nice strong flame. Again, with the smaller of the two reamers, you can just even the neck out a little bit. Knock the oxygen off, just go for softer flame, just while we open the neck up. And we can achieve a nice beading on the neck, it's nicer. And then just check this with the larger reamer, how much depth you've got to the end point, so we're just about there. And then start to flame the neck. I could really do with the beading round a little bit more. And then just to get that neck a little bit more stopper like, we can rest it on the reamer and just start to spin it and let the flame do the work. It will just start to angle out the neck to give you that stopper type finish. And at this point, into the cooling bubbles or into the kiln, whichever, and we just let that one cool down. Then I've got one here that was made a little while ago, and so this one is teal green, again around about 22-24mm diameter. With this one I've just wrapped a trail of white going around the body of the vessel, done the arms again, and all I'm going to do is reduce this flame down a little bit and warm up the base. You can hold this with hot fingers if you like, you don't really need to. Take off your point and then just start to melt the base back so you can get a nice point on the base. And there we go. So again, I'll pop this one in the kiln and have some fun. So all we've been working with is the large reamer, some borosilicate tube, a pair of tweezers, a little bit of white Asian rod, quite a bit of 6mm, 5mm, 6mm Asian clear, and the small reamer. So that's all the tools we need for this one, along with your torch and your oxycontin, so enjoy yourself.